Hey, what's up, guys? In this first area of this level, it can be kind of a problem. So what you want to do is run up as quickly as you can and dive right in between these two payphones here. This guy will not see you here, and you'll have to kind of just, as soon as he passes by, try and sneak around these guys into the door. That's the easiest way I know of to do that part. It is freaking annoying. So just, it may take a little practice, but try to do it like that. So, just a heads up for this level, I am going to edit quite a bit more than I usually do. I'm going to be cutting a lot out. Mostly because this is a really long level, and I didn't want to upload a 45-minute freaking episode. So, you know, when I'm hiding bodies, doing some of those things that are monotonous, I'll kind of try and trim down on that a little bit. Anyways, I will stop talking now and enjoy the walk through this level.
Moving on to 6.
How many encryption keys did you retrieve?
This is our 7th. Are you sure he's dead?
Come on, you can see his brain. Of course he's dead.
What about his encryption key?
The key?
Yes, the encryption key.
I got it. It's destroyed. Let's move on.
One thing I do need to say about this level is that you're going to want to use airfoil rounds and sticky shockers a lot. You're going to need to conserve them though. You need to be careful with them, because if you don't want to kill anybody in this level, it's going to be tough to do without running out of these airfoil rounds. So just try to only use them in the places where I'm going to show you. Otherwise you'll run out pretty quick if you're using them all the time on guys. So conserve them as much as possible, because there's a lot of guys you pretty much have to knock out to get through this level. There's not a whole lot of opportunity to just sneak past people. Here's the code to get through this door, by the way. You pick it up off that guy we just knocked out. There's some ammo here in this room if you want to pick it up. Otherwise, just move on. Make sure and be careful in this room because there's glass all over the floor, so walk slowly.
East wing of fort clear. 3 encryption keys retrieved.
And the art files?
Destroyed. Every one of them.
Thank God. Make sure you leave the...
Gone.
Okay, this part's a little tricky. The enemies have behaved differently for me every single time I've done this. So you want to turn the light off in this room. This guy will come in here, try to turn it back on, and you can knock him out pretty easily that way. So that's a good way to get rid of him quickly. Once you hide his body, turn the light back off. You want to come out here and immediately go to the right. Watch out, because this guy does patrol down here, so keep an eye on that. Over here in the corner it's really dark, but take out these 2 lights. That'll make your life a lot easier when you switch off this light over here on the left. Keep an eye on this guy. Go ahead and switch this light off, and he'll get curious about that and come and try to turn it back on, and we can knock him out. Now, this part bugged out for me. I don't know what happened. This probably won't happen for you, but this guy, the music, as you can hear, it says he's alert, but he's not alert. He's not moving. He's not coming to find me. And I tried to shoot the glass over there to try and get him to come looking for me because the music's playing. I don't know, something whack happened. So when I hit him with this airfoil round, you'll hear the music go to full alert, but he wasn't actually at full alert. He was never alerted in the first place. I ran into some kind of bug, so that shouldn't happen for you, but if you can get him to come over there without using an airfoil round, I would suggest that, because you need to conserve those. He should get curious about that light turning off, and just come over there to check it out. So you might be able to knock him out that way, and try and do that if you can. But for some reason, my game bugged right there. I don't know what happened.
We just sussed a little more out of Ivan.
There's a group of mercenary programmers alive on the 3rd floor.
They're trapped behind a cluster of wall mines.
You think they might have encryption keys?
Don't worry about the alert music there. That's a scripted sequence. That's going to happen no matter what. They don't actually see you. It's just that they're shooting people down. It's dangerous. Okay, so for these wall mines, approach them as slowly as you can. And then try and get it when it turns green like that, rather than when it's red. Try to time it so that you press the button right when it turns green. I found that that's what works for me to get them to deactivate.
I need an encryption key.
We don't have any.
Why should I believe you?
There is a bomb.
What?
The Spetsnaz planted it to destroy the data archives, but they put it right next to the gas pipes. It will take out this whole floor.
How do I get there?
You will need the keypad code for the door. I think it's 33575.
Alright, this part's freaking stupid. There's these two guys that just come and they just like freaking stare at you. Apparently they can't see you, but you have to use airflow rounds on them and then just run up and knock them out. I did this a little slowly, so that guy came to full alert somehow. Freaking stupid. He didn't really though. But you can get him quickly enough to where that won't happen, so careful of this mine right here. And we just got the code for this door from that guy in there, so go ahead and put that in. And be careful right here, there are 2 wall mines, one on the left you can see there, and then one right in here on the door to the right. So just sneak past those. But we don't have tons of time to be sneaking past all these freaking wall mines, so once you get over here, YOLO baby, we're just gonna go for it. This door is extremely annoying to pick. It's like one of the hardest in the game. But once you do that, you come in here, climb up to this counter shelf thing here, and the bomb is right here.
Great work, Bishop. That could have been bad.
But we've got a new twist for you. I hacked into the power grid. Somebody's thrown the breaker on the fire door circuit.
Meaning you won't be able to open the doors until you found that breaker. Details on your OPSAT.
Okay, so in this room, you got these 2 guys right now. They're easy enough to knock out. Just kind of sneak up behind this guy and knock him out. Come back for him later to hide him. Get this guy first. Down here, just down the stairs. I've tried doing several things in this room. What you want to do is just hide him right here in this dark spot. Don't shoot any of the lights out. You will see why in just a minute. But don't shoot any of these lights out in this room. Don't do it. It will mess up what's going to happen a little later. Come down these stairs and try to go as quickly as you can across and hide in this spot I'm about to show you here. Just hide right here. Let them pass. Now, if you had shot out any of those lights, they would have been like, oh, what the heck? And they would have like started looking for you back downstairs again. So don't shoot any of those lights. Just make sure they go upstairs and stay upstairs. Then we're going to knock this guy out with an airfoil round. Hide his body over here. There's a med kit here if you need it. Go ahead and switch this thing off. And then what I like to do is shoot out all of the lights on this floor. So you don't have to shoot all of them out, but I like to do that just to make sure it is completely dark down here. They will not hear any of this. However, they are going to hear any of these lights shoot out here, which is what we want. We want to get the attention of this guy right up here on the left. We want to make sure he actually comes all the way down the stairs and follows us down here into the darkness.
How the hell?
And see how he's saying "how the hell" all the time? That's every time he's coming to a light that's been shot out. It's, how the hell? How the hell? Every single time. So once you get him, then come up here and shoot one of these, or probably both of them, and get this next guy to come after you the same way.
How the hell?
So freaking funny. Anyways, same strategy, just kind of hide in the same spot, knock him out, hide his body. Now, we're really going to freak this guy out, because we're going to shoot all of the lights down this row. Seems like he didn't notice that one. Okay, so once we do that, we're safe to just kind of roam freely down this aisle. Wait for him to come down. Now be careful, because his pattern, he'll get down here, he'll kind of turn back towards you a little bit. So when you think, oh, I'm up behind him, he'll actually kind of turn his body, and then you won't be behind him. And if you don't hit him from behind, then you have to hit him twice in order to knock him out. He might get a couple shots off on you. So you want to make sure you're squarely behind him when you knock him, out. So we should have the door code for this one. It's 1250. This next part's a little tricky too. Took me a couple tries to kind of figure out what was going on. There's some stairs over here on the right, and I went all the way to the top of the stairs and shot at this light. Don't do that. Shoot the light out from down here. It's hard to explain why, but when you do that, I'll show you here in just a second. You come around here and you plant yourself right here. Look at where their heads are looking when they come out of the door. They are automatically looking towards the spot from where you shot. See how his head's turned to his left? He's not going to notice you when he passes by if you shoot from down the stairs a little way. If you had shot it from up the stairs, for some reason that second guy always sees me, because he's not looking down towards the spot from where I shot. So if you shoot from the right place, you should be fine there. A couple med kits to pick up here, but wait right here. There's another guard that'll patrol down this hallway. Wait for him to turn around, and then go knock him out.
Bullet, do you read me? Bullet, I think I found something useful. A computer with a window that says Fire Emergency System. Bullet, are you there? Oh, useless.
Go ahead and use this computer to open the door. And then make sure you hide the bodies. Shoot a light out if you have to, just to make sure nobody finds these guys.
Tell your men we've been authorized to use lethal force for all intruders.
Update on your situation. To cover our asses politically, we clued in the FBI, and we're gonna have to leave Ivan for them.
So what am I doing here?
Ivan's a technicality. All we need to trace Nikolai's is his encryption key. Get that, and we're golden.
Alright, so when you come through this door, just immediately make a hook to the right over here to the corner. They won't be able to see you here even when they turn on the lights.
Missed somebody.
Listen, this...
Yeah, well...
Well, what?
Nothing. Hold on a second. I need to visit the little boy's room.
Make it fast.
Even though this is a wooden floor, you can actually move pretty quickly across it without this guy hearing you. I think you can go at least 2, maybe 3 clicks or scrolls up on the mouse wheel. And then just knock this guy out while he's taking a piss. Hide his body. And then come up here into the air ducts. Now, if your scroll wheel is all the way up when you're going in here, this guy will notice you. He'll hear you, which is what you want. You want him to do that because you don't want to waste an airfoil round or a sticky shocker on him. Make sure your scroll wheel's all the way up. When he's underneath you, you'll jump out and knock him out.
Are you Ivan?
Your sweet time.
Once you're done talking to him, which takes a really long time, he'll finally give you the encryption key you need. Come over here to the elevators and proceed to what's probably the hardest part of the level, because there's a whole lot of scripted sequences that are meant to be gunfights. And as you know, I'm trying to get through this game without having to kill anybody if I have to. So I'm going to avoid one of the gunfights completely. There's a way that you can do that, kind of bug the game out a little bit. The other one, there's nothing you can do. You kind of have to do it. But we're not going to kill those guys. We're going to hit them with sticky shockers. So I like to knock all these lights out because it's going to keep these guards really busy for a long time. Because, like we saw earlier, every time they see a light shot out, they're like, whoa, what? What? Another light shot out? What? So, shoot out tons of lights, and they will just, like, be losing their aces for a while.
You scared? Whoa, whoa! How did that happen? Whoa! How did that happen?
You don't have to knock this guy out. You can probably just go around him, but I'm not going to take my chances. They will patrol back here, so make sure you get out of the light as quick as you can. And then once you're up here, make sure to shoot all of these lights out. You may have to stand up to get this one. By the way, you hold right click in order to hold your breath when you're shooting. When you zoom in like that through the scope, just hold down the right click and you can steady the gun. Now these guys, for some reason when the lights are shot out, they'll come through, notice the lights are shot out, and then just go straight back. So you got to get their attention. One way to do that is just to shoot the light out that's in that room. There's a med pack here if you need it.
Whoa! How did that happen? Whoa! How did that happen? Whoa! How did that happen?
Now, if you happen to get one and not the other and he goes back in the room, there's some cans here you can throw to get his attention and knock him out as well. Now, this next part is really annoying. You got to do something really specific. There's going to be a guy coming in this room. You want to run into the light and get his attention immediately. Don't let him call his friends in. See, he'll come through. Make sure you're in the light so he sees you. If that happens, he won't call his buddies in to come in and start a gunfight with you. You can just knock this guy out, and his friends will be waiting in the hallway, and they'll never come after you. So that's a good way to avoid the fight in this room that's scripted. Made a mistake here and I tried to go too fast. They heard me, so if you walk slowly and get down here, they won't come after you. I don't think they actually came after me to begin with. The music kind of came up and I waited for them to kind of forget about me a little bit, but if you're more careful than I was, they'll just sit in this hallway. I'll show you here. See, they just sit there and they're waiting for their friend to like call them in to fight, so it's a good way to avoid that one. This next one, unfortunately, you cannot avoid. It's almost impossible to get through here without getting shot at least once. So a good way to prevent it, though, is to shoot some lights out so that hopefully they won't see you. their aim will be off. But have your sticky shockers ready, and then just run as fast as you can. Try to take cover behind this pillar. I rolled just a little too far and he got me. But you want to hit these guys with sticky shockers. And then there's one more guy up here, up the stairs to the right. So shoot this light out. Scoot up a little bit to kind of bait him out, and then hit him with a sticky shocker. Yeah, that part's really annoying. I don't like when they try to force combat into games that aren't designed around combat, but whatever. So down this next hallway there are 3 more guards, and there are a couple ways you can go about doing this, but for the most part you just want to try and get them separated and take them out one at a time. So just go in here to the right and shoot out this light here. This is the only one you want to shoot at right now. If you shoot this one out, it'll get all of their attention, so we just want to get the attention of one of them at the moment. So they'll end their conversation, and here he comes. He saw me. Kind of bait him into this room and knock him out, and just take these guys out one by one. Okay, once you've taken care of all 3 of those guys, move into the next room. Now be careful, there is a guy that will patrol into here coming from the doorway over to the left. There's also a wall mine on the left, so watch out for that. But you shoot this light out, you'll get his attention, and you can knock him out. I end up shooting this light here, mostly just out of habit, because at this point I've just been shooting every light I see, but you don't really have to do that. This next part's kind of tricky. There are 3 guards on varying levels. We need to try and bait them out one by one. So we will get the attention of one of them by shooting out some of these lights. And he's in this building over here on the upper floor, so we won't get his attention by shooting that one, but any of these 2 you will. I want to try and take them both out, just to make sure there's I can get rid of as much light as possible. But you want to try and get up here as quick as you can before he makes his way downstairs. Up here, and then right into the corner. It's really dark. He will not see you. He'll go right past you. And you can knock him out while he's going down the stairs. Okay, so once he's taken care of, there's one guy who patrols. We'll be able to see him down this one. Now don't shoot him with a sticky shocker while he's over there, because the other guard will see him and wake him up. So get his attention, bring him over here, then take him out. That way the other guard won't be alerted. And then just go back up the stairs. Now walk carefully on this grate here. What you want to do is stay out of his line of sight. Drop down right behind him, but make sure you really slam the C key, the C button, so that you land softly. There we go. And we can knock him out and get past him. Don't have to hide his body, but I just did it out of habit. Now this next part, I'm going to rescind my no killing rule, because these 2 guys coming up are huge dicks and they deserve to die. So I'm going to kill them. You'll see why here shortly. Yeah, they shot Wilkes. They shot my boy, so I'm not going to let that stand. You can actually shoot both of these guys in the face without them seeing you. I made a little bit of a mistake as I was kind of coming out here. I went a little too far and he saw me there. If you're more careful than that, he'll keep shooting up at Wilkes, even though they already shot him. And you'll be able to take them both out without them seeing you, but I made a little bit of a mistake there. So shoot the guy in the face, and that's it. That's the end of the level. So for those of you who don't want to kill those two guys, you want to do a complete ghost run of the level, just be more careful with your airfoil rounds and your sticky shockers. And you should be able to save it so you have a couple more there at the end. Shoot those guys with them instead of killing them, but I think they deserve to die, so there you go. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to try and finish this walkthrough of Splinter Cell here in this week, and move on to a different game. Maybe Dark Souls, or maybe something else, so thanks for watching. Peace.